Have you ever had someone walk out of your life, and it felt like your entire world collapsed? Maybe it was a girl you wanted with all your heart, and then, suddenly, her feelings changed. No explanation, no warning. One day, choose there. The next day gone. I'll never forget a story from one of my close friends. He was with his girlfriend for 3 years. They planned trips together, talked about marriage, everything. Then one evening, over coffee, she just said, "I don't feel the same anymore." And she walked away. No fight, no drama, just silence. And what was his first instinct? He called, he texted, he replayed every conversation, every moment, trying to find the mistake. But the harder he chased, the colder she became. That's when I told him, if you want her back, the last thing you can do is chase. Because attraction isn't built in panic, it's built in power. And the secret to that power, the same philosophy that guided warriors, emperors, and even broken-hearted men thousands of years ago, Stoicism, the power of control. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about that. You cannot control the person who left. You cannot control her feelings, her thoughts, or the choices she makes. But you can control the one thing that changes everything, yourself. I knew another guy, let's call him Daniel. His girlfriend dumped him, and instead of controlling himself, he spiraled. He stalked her social media. He showed up at her work. He even cried in her DMs, and you know what happened? She blocked him on everything. Why? Because desperation kills attraction. But then there's the opposite story. Look at Marcus Aurelius himself. He faced betrayal from his closest friend, who joined a rebellion against him. Did he beg? Did he panic? No. He stayed calm. He focused on his role as emperor, and because of that calmness, people trusted him even more. His empire stayed strong. The same principle works in love. When you choose calmness over chaos, self-respect over panic, you suddenly shift the energy. She no longer sees weakness. She sees strength. Rule pound 1. Stop chasing. Here's the first Stoic strategy. Stop chasing. When you run after someone, when you keep texting, when you keep asking for another chance, you're sending one message: I'm nothing without you. But when you step back, stay silent, and give them space, you take your power back. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Let me give you a real-life twist. There was a guy on Reddit who shared his breakup story. His girlfriend left him for someone else. At first, he sent paragraphs, begging her to reconsider. No reply. Then he stopped. He went quiet. He worked on himself. 6 weeks later, guess who texted him first? How? Why? Because silence is louder than begging. When she leaves and you collapse, you prove her right. But when she leaves and you stand tall, she starts questioning her choice. And here's the psychological twist. When she sees you not chasing, curiosity begins to grow. Why isn't he running after me? Did he move on? Is there someone else? That uncertainty makes her look at you differently. Listen, if this message is speaking to you, don't just keep it to yourself. Hit like, subscribe. That's how you join this circle of men who refuse to stay broken. It costs you nothing, but it tells me you're part of this movement, part of this brotherhood, and I respect that. Rule pound 2. Become a man of value. The second Stoic strategy, become the man of value. Don't just wait around for her to come back. Use this heartbreak as fuel to level up. Go to the gym, read, learn, build your career, expand your circle. Let me give you an example. One guy I coached had been dumped after a 5-year relationship. Instead of chasing, he threw himself into fitness and his startup. A year later, he was in the best shape of his life, had doubled his income, and was traveling. Guess who medged him out of nowhere? His ex. Her words: "Wow, you've changed so much. I barely recognize you." But here's the key. He didn't do it to get her jealous. He did it because he refused to let his value depend on one person. Seneca once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." So prepare yourself, because whether she comes back or not, life will bring you opportunities, and you need to be ready to seize them. Rule 3. Let her come to you. Now imagine this. It's been months. She sees you at a mutual friend's party. You're stronger, healthier, surrounded by people who respect you. You're not staring at her. You're not seeking her approval. You're just living. And in her mind, a question begins. Did I make a mistake? Maybe she reaches out casually. "Hey, how have you been?" Most guys fail here. They get too excited. They dive back into the past. But a Stoic man, he stays calm. You don't need to bring up what happened. You don't need to beg for another chance. Instead, you let her rediscover you, like meeting a brand new man. And this time, it's her chasing your attention. The Stoic path forward. So how do you actually live this out? Here's the playbook. 1. Cut off unnecessary contact. Let her feel your absence. 2. Rebuild yourself. Work on your body, mind, and purpose. 3. Live as if she's never coming back. Ironically, that's what makes her more likely to return. 4. If she does return, don't hand her your heart immediately. Make her earn it. Prove she deserves another chance. Remember, a high-value man doesn't hand out second chances like candy, especially not to someone who once took him for granted. Remember this, you're the prize. Confidence, purpose, emotional control. These are the things women are drawn to. And here's the paradox of love. The best way to get her back is to become a man who doesn't need her back. Even if she never returns, you've already won, because you've transformed. You've become stronger, smarter, more desirable. Heartbreak isn't the end. It's a beginning. The pain you feel right now, that's the fire that will forge a new version of you. So don't waste it. Use it. And if this message gave you value, make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe, because this is just the start of your transformation.